What's going on, YouTube? Pistol Pete here. Today I'm bringing you the LCP. Last time I brought you the LC9, which is the 9mm. This is the LCP, the 380. Before we get started though, I'm going to show you what I'm holding this up with. This one is my carry today, which is my mechanical karambit. You can pick this up for about 15 bucks on eBay. This thing's well, for 15 bucks, you know, made in China for 40, but this is well constructed. Great utility knife. Came razor sharp, you know, shave sharp out of the box. Highly recommend. And again, eBay, mechanical karambit. All right, back to the LCP. So yeah, you know, this little gun Ruger makes is awesome. This LCP, this is actually the Generation 2 versions, which, if you all know, if you ever had the Generation 1, it had a super long trigger pull. Both the LCP and the LC9 had this really long trigger pull. So, you know, it started way back, way up here, and when you pull, it's super long travel before you hear a click way in the back. So, which threw a lot of people off, because when you pull the trigger, you tend to do this, boom, boom, because it's so long, you tend to drop and, you know, drop your shots on target. So this generation, what they did is they kept the same design of the gun. They just changed out the trigger and made the trigger more smooth, more better, more short. And this thing, man, it shoots pretty good, you know. It's look at this right here. Bam, right there. Awesome, awesome. I mean, right there, which is great. I mean, the last time it was way up here and it came all the way back, clicked way back here, both LC9 and LCP. But this one here they fixed. And the new generation, they have a new one out. It's called the LCP Max, which, and also with the LC9, I just don't like the look of them. You know, I prefer this look. To me, this look is like way more sleek, way more badass. I mean, this thing is, look how thin it is. I mean, super thin. But just the look of it is, to me, is way nicer than the new ones, in my opinion, right? There's people are going to be like, you know, out there that are, you know, love the new one. But for me, I think these ones here are bitching. But the older look of the older ones. But as far as the gun, super light. Look at that. I mean, in my hand, it's like, it's almost the size of my hand. I mean, this thing is tiny. For a 380, which is, you know, these are pretty much called get off me guns, right? I mean, these are just for close range. You're talking about anything 15 feet or shorter, really, you know. I mean, you can reach out further, of course, but I'm saying for something that this is, you know, you're not going to get that much accuracy. This thing has quite a bit of a snap, you know, and misconception is a lot of people say, oh, these are, you know, pretty good guns for women and for kids to try to shoot because it's a smaller gun. And actually, it's the opposite. I mean, the smaller the gun, you have more. It's light too. Light, you know, it's a really light gun. So this thing does have a lot of snap when you pull the trigger on this. That, you know, it gets quite a bit of kick. So it's more for someone that's more experienced, in my opinion, that can handle knows how to handle a recoil of the round, you know, and can control this a little better. In my opinion, if for a female, woman, or a kid, I would recommend the LC9 actually, because it's heavier, more front heavy, and it also has a lot bigger grip for more control. That'd be more suitable for them. But this one here, like I said, it's a bitchin' gun. It's again Ruger. Ruger is you know, it's right there in my opinion with Glock. Glock is going to be a little more reliable, obviously, but I have had no issues with the LCP or the LC9. Both of them are great guns. They both shoot really well. You can see here, this one doesn't have, it has indentations like it'd be a 3-dot, but there's obviously no 3 dots. So it's meant for close range. That tells you right there, it's supposed to be, you know, up close. It's just like I said, last case scenario, if your life is in danger and someone's really close to you with a knife, and maybe you can get to them first before they get to you, you know, for carry. One thing I have to say though, when it comes to these really small compact guns, which is awesome about them, is they're so comfortable to carry. So you're more likely to carry a gun like this. You know, you get the bigger ones, 45, 40, even some of the 9mm and all that stuff. Because I usually carry as well. As you saw in my previous videos, I have the Glock 30 and the Glock 29, which are awesome guns, and they're awesome to carry, but they're bricks. I mean, let's be honest, they're bricks in your pocket. I mean, they will, if you don't have a good holster and good belt, and they will weigh down your pants, and you're more likely to print with those guns too than this. I mean, this thing you could drop in your pocket, you forget you have it. So the likelihood of you carrying is a lot higher with this than those other two, right? I mean, if you're going to be carrying, and you know, that's one thing. I have friends that have CCWs as well, and they hardly carry anymore. And I'm like, why don't you carry? Oh, you know, because, you know, I carry it, so they carry maybe once every other month or something like that, you know, and you're supposed to be carrying every day, you know, if you're, that's what it's for, to protect your life, right? And something happens, and it could happen anytime at any moment, so you got to be ready, right? And if the gun is uncomfortable and it's heavy and bulky, and you're less likely to be carrying it, right? Yeah, and there's some people that get used to it. You can get used to anything. I get it, but for the majority of the people, they're not going to carry if it's uncomfortable. So something like this, a lot of comfort goes into play, So, and like I said, you put this in your pocket, it almost weighs as much as a cell phone. Really, it's so light. It's about the weight of a cell phone. So, I mean, this thing is, look how slim it is too. I mean, it fits in the pocket, either pocket, or you get a little small holster. Amazing little gun. Like I said, it's super reliable. I've never had any issues with this gun malfunctioning on me, or stovepiping or anything like that, as long as you're running, good clean ammo. And for this one here, it has the Talon grip, and I chose to go with a rubber texture instead of the sandpaper one. I just think it's, it feels better in the hand. The sandpaper one also, like, if you keep this on your side, it kind of digs in your, kind of rubs against your side. It makes you raw, and it also can tear up your holsters. So I prefer this Talon grip style. And then this one here has, let's see, what is it here? 6 rounds. It's a 6-round magazine, which is not bad. 6 rounds of 380. I believe you can get higher capacity. But that's what it comes with, is the 6-round. And in California, where I'm at, you can only have up to 10 rounds anyway, so it's no biggie. And and you always carry extra mags in you anyways. When I'm out, I carry extra mags in this little mag to carry extra around with you. I mean, you can carry 3 or 4 of these in your pocket, and you're good to go. Not bad at all. And I brought out the LC9 just to show you comparison, how tiny this is. Look, and the LC9 is a small, compact gun for a 9mm. This is a super, super small gun. And that shows you how tiny this one is. I mean, look at this thing. And I mean, and now, of course, I have the extended grip on this one, and gives you a little more purchase. This one's a little heavier. So this one, like I said, this one is a little more accurate to shoot, right? It's a little less snappy than this one. But you can see the size difference. And again, this LC9 is a small 9mm compared to most, compared to like a lot of other ones. So this 380 is really small. Like I said, either one of these guns you cannot go wrong with. Either one, the LCP or the LC9. Either one of these, they're awesome carries. They're super reliable, and they're affordable. I mean, you could probably find these pretty cheap, nowadays, I mean, pawn shops and different ones, because obviously these are the older versions, so you have to find these used now. But if you can't pick one up, pick one up. I mean, like I said, this thing is awesome to carry. Don't even feel it in your pocket. All right, YouTube, please like and subscribe, and until next Knife or Gun.